Hello, hello, how are you? This is Jilly Bling, and I have another project using Taco Fiesta. And fun set. They're all kind of like outline images, so it's a great opportunity if you love coloring with the blends, which I do, a little bit, not too much. So here is today's project. See, just a little bit of coloring, not too much, some stamping. And this one I saw online, and I copied it from On Why Go Stamping, and it was very similar to this, and I love it. Just cute as can be, not too hard, but cute, really cute. And then long time no taco, your nacho average friend. So I had to do something kind of food related in here. I'm thinking these chips are kind of nacho related. It probably should have had the dip in it, but it's cute as can be. So this is today's project. Maybe a little bit different on the inside. Okay, let's get started. And I will be using dies, stylish shapes for the circle, and basic borders for the rickrack, the zigzag, to make it look a little spicy. Okay. So on this project, I had some of this from my local craft store, just burlap that I cut in half. But I also have natural finishes. If any of you have this from Stampin' Up! In your stash, this would work good too. Or even just linen thread a few times wrapped around, that would work good. And I also gave credit to On Why Go Stampin'. Thank you, thank you. Tear tape, we'll need that. Gosh, I have just lots of pieces. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. So here is the paper base. And I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog. And my blog is jillybling.com. As soon as I finish the third project, this is the second one. So I'm hoping to get started working on it right after doing this. And one other project using this. I saw all these great ideas online. It's like, oh, I can't choose which one. It's like, oh, just do a little bit of each of them. So these pieces of Poppy Parade paper, one of them is for right here, and the other one is for the rickrack, or I don't know, the zigzag. And if possible, put it maybe centered on the paper. And there's a reason for that. Don't do what I did. On the sample, I just ran it through and it didn't matter, because even if I did it crooked, I could just trim off the edges. But then I decided to use the extra piece in here, and it isn't exactly straight. It's a little bit wider down here than on the top. I probably should have trimmed it, but just do your best to put it on here straight, where this amount right here equals this amount here. So there's that. Which one should be on the inside? I guess it depends on how much stamping you want to do. Because if you have a big one in here, you don't have much room to stamp. Maybe I'll do the little one. Little one for the inside. This one, well, let's do this part right now. So on the back of this designer paper, and this is designer paper like a month old, or a month past, but you could use whatever bright colored Fiesta type designer paper you have or what you want. I'm not so sure that stars go with my little Fiesta cactus, but I like the colors. The colors really work. Mango. I'm going to miss mango. I like it. It took a while to warm up to it, but I like it. And when putting this on, I'm looking at where that little stitch is close to the paper, and then where this stitch is close to the paper. Okay, now just let them dry. And chances are I'm going to have to trim something along the way here. Okay, this is for, oh, I'm going to do this little cactus a bit different. So on this one, I excuse me, I did the blending brush in Pool Party, and then I stamped right over the top of it, and I colored over the top of the Pool Party. And I thought it might be cute if, I didn't prepare this, if I put the cactus on scratch paper and then cut it out along with his sombrero. I didn't prepare that. Well, I'll do it really fast. Therefore, let's just cut out the circle with this die. And do the blending brush in Pool Party. It's just a little thing. I could cut it. It's okay. So, Pool Party right in the center. And I always have to turn it. I seem to have it kind of lopsided unless I turn it plenty. And when you're doing your blending brush, try to leave a little bit of white on the outside. And then concentrate the color to the center. And I found if you do lots of blending brush, it really makes the words and the cactus stand out. Now I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. I think that's plenty. I should maybe do some on the inside, huh? Yeah, nah. So, see on this one how there's a little bit of blue or Pool Party? This one's a little bit darker. But see how it makes the words stand out? And I think it really makes the cactus stand out too. So, this is not going to have any stamping on it. If you wanted to do it the easy way, at this point, you would stamp the cactus on here, the hat on here, and color it in. But this time I wanted to do something just a little bit different. So this extra piece of crumb cake paper is just a layer on top of the card base. Yeah, you could see it a little bit there. And I use that extra layer. First of all, it makes the card feel a little bit more substantial, but also this piece of burlap, I didn't want it showing through on the underside. So that's another reason I put on an extra layer of paper. So let's do that now. Let's use this other ribbon. So just a bit to wrap around. Okay, but before anything, see these chili peppers on here? I want to stamp those. So those are going to be stamped in crumb cake. Boy, I think if crumb cake went away, I would be lost. I think I use crumb cake a lot, all the time. But then I use sand all the time too. I don't know, I like me some neutral colors. Chili peppers! And I'm going to, after I get done here, rinse this off because I think chili peppers kind of belong on the inside of this card too. And coloring the chili peppers in Poppy Parade with a little green cap, they're so cute. Because you spicy. Okay, that will do. Before I forget, is that wide enough? Okay, so it's time to build the front of the card. So this piece is going to go on here. That's going to go on there, but the ribbon goes on here first. Oh, so many parts. So I'm going to use tear-in tape, tape and tear, because it's real strong, and I need that to hold the ribbon. So I want the ribbon to go right about there. So on the back side, just a couple. Oh no, it's going to go underneath this one. Okay, hold on, hold on. So this is going to go down now. I might have to trim it. It is such a nice day here today. I was out looking at all the flowers. As much as I enjoy going out there and looking at them, I really should plant more. And last year, a few lovely people, Jackie, gave me like, oh, here's a few bulbs. You'll like these. And I think she even put on there what they are. But that was like in fall when I planted them. And then pansies, a lot of pansy seeds. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. But this year I have, and I planted all of them. Like really took time to plant all of, and the seeds are tiny. But nothing last year. But this year I have one clump of, I don't know if they're pansies or if because they're the little delicate ones, if they have a different name, but they're all a deep purple. Not just, not the ones with the faces on it. Well, there is one with the face on it out there. And that one is purple with the yellow and white. But I'm loving them. I've already been out there 2 times today looking at them. And I had to get underneath that one big clump. It's like, is this all one or is it a whole bunch of them? I think it's just one. But I probably put, because the seeds are, they're minuscule. It was hard to separate them. I tried, but I don't know what's going on out there, but I love it. Okay, tear tape. And that's just because this is a little bit thick. And if I put regular glue, I have a feeling it would kind of pop up. So I'm going to put it here. And then I'm going to put this one down here. And do you notice I'm leaving it just a little bit loose? Just a little bit? That's because when I put the linen thread tie on it, it's going to pucker it up and snug it up a bit. So right now it's a little bit loose on purpose. But I'm looking at how much melon designer paper is showing and how much melon mango, no, mango. I'm thinking about Mocha Madness ice cream. Oh my gosh, how can I forget that? You know, mango. Mango Melody. That's what it is. Okay, so back here, I will put more tear tape just to make sure it holds in place. So by putting this one piece over the top, I'm locking the ribbon right into place, and I know it's not going to slide out. Not that that's ever happened before. Okay, and then regular Stamp and Seal, which is very good and sticky itself. Not quite as strong as Tape and Tear, Tape and Go, Tape and Stamp. And when I put this paper on top of the card base, chances are I'll have to trim it. So with that in mind, I'm going to start by layering it over here, because trying to trim with my snips along this folded edge, I probably could do it, but I know that I could really do it if I need to trim it over here. So that corner, and that's in place. Okay. I don't have to trim it at all. Today's my lucky day. Okay, and I would tie the linen thread on here, but I need to know where to tie it. And I'll know by putting this, this die cut circle on. So at this point, I'm going to use just a couple of dimensionals. Just 2. I'll put more on in a minute. That could go maybe up here. I want to see my my chili peppers. I think it should go more there. Well, I could always fix that by doing more chili peppers. Okay, and washing it again. That's good. Okay, one more chili pepper. So let's tie that linen thread right about here. And at this point, I'm just going to do a knot, and then over the top of that, I'll do a double bow. Okay, I don't know if I could do this. I'm going to, oh, my little, these things. I kind of want to have it wrap around twice before I do the knot, just because it makes it a little bit smoother. Come on. Look at that. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Maybe up a little higher. So when I do the first tie, it kind of holds in place because I wrapped it around twice. My tummy was just growling. So for lunch I had this yogurt. So Tony is all dieting, and he's doing so good. It's crazy how good he does, because he wants to diet before the trip. I said, on the trip you're going to have fun though, right? He said, yeah. But he got this, he's trying to do it low carb. He got this yogurt, Greek yogurt. And he goes, look at the numbers on that. They're so much better than the numbers on this stuff you like. And in my head, I'm thinking, I think I know what that stuff tastes like. Anyhow, so he tried it, and he was like, oh, no. Then he's like, well, I'll just put some honey on it. I'm like, you're defeating the purpose of eating that Greek know-nothing yogurt. He's like, yeah. So it's been sitting there for a week. And I said, you know what? I'll try it with my my yogurt, and I'll do it like half this and half that, and kind of mix it together. And he's like, okay. So I tried that at lunch, and as I pulled it out, the container was like billions, not millions, billions of probiotics. But then when I tasted it, it was like, oh my gosh, why? How could anyone become accustomed to this enough to like it? It was that bad. Not past the date bad, but as in, I don't know if tart is the right word. Just not good. So much that my lunch was like, I guess I did good stuff, but ooh. And I did put blueberries in it and some granola. So that kind of made it a little bit less challenging. But he walked in when I was rinsing out the bowl and putting in the dishwasher. I'm like, you know, I don't know that I could do that stuff. And so then he goes, okay, I got this new granola. Like, where'd you get that? And he said Costco. And it was keto-friendly granola. Oh, okay. So he put that on that other stuff. And I said, so did you survive? I said, I don't even think Bo would like it. But Bo likes everything. And he's like, yeah, it's a little challenging. I don't think that it will be in our house again. Just because it's too much. I'd rather fast than eat that. Okay, I'm just putting this all together. But if you watched me, you know my tricks. Not that there's really any tricks. Okay, so remember how I said, oh, I didn't color them and cut them out? I was supposed to. See, I'm prepared. So the cactus dude, and then the set is so cute. There is the guy with the big old mustache, or if ever you watch Big Bang Theory, you're going to laugh at this. That's a Mooustach, because there was one article where they're giving Raj a hard time because he would call it Mooustach. And if you look at the word, it does look like moustache. Anyhow, off topic. So there's 5 faces. Moustache, smile. Oh, I'm thinking that's like spicy. Maybe this one is spicy because it has the little winking eye, or this one that is just happy. Anyhow, Today's cactus wants the Mooustach. Okay, so it's on there. Okay, so for coloring, I have a plan. So this one I colored it with Parakeet Party and Granny Apple. Granny Apple to me looks almost brown. So how about we do this one in just Parakeet Party, light and dark. Kinda just trying. Parakeet. I should have looked up how to color, or what does a cactus look like. I think I did when I used this set a few months ago, and I think I looked it up at that point. And on that previous project, it was a magic card. It's a really cool card. I showed it in the video I did earlier today, the magic card. And during the video, when I made the magic card, I talked about how we went to Cabo and we were doing, with Emma and Evan, we were doing the quad rides. And they're like, no, kids can't drive them. And at that time, the kids were little. So I was like, okay, well, I guess Tony and I are going to drive with the kids back behind us, which is fine. But they're like, okay, can you shift? And I'm like, I don't know how to shift this thing. They're like, with your toe, do this. And with your hands, do this. And I'm like, he goes, don't worry. I have it, and I'll just put it in. I think he put it like in 3rd gear permanently. So if I would slow down, it would be revving, but at least I could stop. Anyhow, eventually, they said, okay, anyone can drive. We're like, cool. So Emma was driving the girls, ours, and Evan had a chance to drive the boys. Long story short, Emma drove, and we slid down some bowl, and we ended up, keep in mind, the little shifter thing is stuck in 3rd gear with his little rubber band bungee cord thing. So we went down into this bowl, and she drove over a cactus. Yeah. And then the quad finally stopped, and I was reaching in front of her trying to get it to stop, and it wouldn't stop, and she was steering like, and we were screaming like girls. And then we were up on top of this cactus, and it just kept going. But we couldn't get down, and we didn't want to take the brakes off, because then we would, like, further, I don't know if we could even have got off of the top of the cactus. Anyhow, the guy came around, and we're like, help us! So he parked his quad, and he kind of slid down into this bowl, and he goes, I got it. And we got off, and we climbed up. And keep in mind, climbing up out of this bowl, each step you take, you slide down to right about where you were. Oh my gosh. So then we were standing at the top of the bowl, watching this guy get the quad out. And then Emma's like, you drive it. And I'm like, I don't want to drive that. And one of us had to, because the boys, who knows where they were. They were like way down on the beach, driving and doing wheelies and everything. Oh, to this day, the two of us, we laugh about that. It scares me. And if anyone is like, oh, you guys should go quadding, in my head, I'm like, no. No. Anyhow, I know so moral of the story, I know what a cactus looks like. A cactus inside is that color. That's the moral of the story. It's daffodil dark. Yeah, those are times. And you know what? We even took pictures. That didn't come out, the little lines, as dark as this one did. But I think it's okay. It's just different. We took pictures, and they had us wear helmets, and they had us wear like a bandana that you could drop down, but when you were driving, you're supposed to have it over your mouth and nose so you didn't get all the sand into your breathing. So we have this picture, and the kids are little. They are like armpit size. And we all put on our helmets and pulled up our bandanas, and I'm like, this is the best Christmas picture. And that happened after our excursion, and Em and I were just like, just get me on that hot bus. And the bus ride, that's another thing, it's like an hour and a half long. I don't know why it was so far. Anyhow, so that's all I have to say about cactus. Yeah. I don't know that we even used it for a Christmas picture. I think we were too traumatized by it. So now that the kids are older and they get to do things on their own, Evan and Michaela are like, yeah, we should go on some adventures, or we should do some stuff. And Emma's like, yeah, whatever you want to do. I don't know if she'd do it again or not, but I know I won't be. That scared me. Okay, so this is the difference when it's cut out. Not that much different. Oh, we have to do words. Words. This is paper for words. So this one for words, how about you spice up my life? That is what On Why Go Stamper did. And I think it's very fitting with those little chili peppers. Okay, so just on a paper, and I'm gonna trim it. This one I could see it balling up on there. Sometimes if you like kind of aggressively wash it, you get the coating that when they make it, it's like there's a sheen to it, and I want that sheen off. Okay. A little better. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to just kind of hand trim this. Think about the chili peppers on the inside. It's going to be cute. It's going to be bright. And if you don't want to do the hand trimming, you could just do it as a rectangle around the words, and that will look fine too. Might even look better. I think it depends on how I'm trying to avoid saying the word OCD, because some people like perfection, and numbers and perfectly shaped things are right up their alley. Sometimes I'm like that. So let me put it this way. It just depends on what you prefer. Either way is good. Okay. You spice up my life. You spicy. Okay. Maybe he could be a little different. Maybe he could be right in the middle. Maybe he should be throwing his hat up. Should I have it right in the middle? Or is that too boring? Kind of like it. This, I don't know that I could put it on with dimension. Well, I guess I can. I think it'd look best with dimensionals. Here's a little bitty bit. It has to be a half of a mini dimensional. Okay, or a third of a mini dimension. Look how little that is. Yeah. How often does that happen? And does it have any stick on it is the real question. Is this one going to be too big? You Spice up my life. Cute. Okay, and then this guy can go on with mini dimensionals, maybe 3 of them, because I think the arms, it's too small to put it on there. Isn't it cute? Hey. So he can have a little hat and then a little glue on here. I think I like this way better because the hat could like really go on him. Where because I didn't mask, the hat is sitting up a little high. He's very cute. Okay, so the outside is done. So now onto the inside. You spice up my life, and I already did not your average friend. No, if I put long time no taco on the inside, then I'll feel inclined to put tacos. Spectacular. Oh, I should have done that on the other one. Or nothing. They're really cute words though. Okay, I'm going to try nothing. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to stamp with Memento ink the 2 different chili peppers all across the bottom. That's the plan. Chili, chili. Do you end up working in this much space? How does that happen? Oh, April host code. If you need to get anything, let me know. I'll help you. I would love to help you. Chili. Chili pepper. And the little ones. Last year, Tony grew some of these in the garden. Different kinds, different ones. The little ones were more jalapeno. And the bigger ones had a different name that I should remember. Chili, chili, chili. I still think I should put something on the inside. Well, this is saying it's a birthday card. Spectacular. Let's see how this looks. The chili pepper's colored. It's going to look lovely. Poppy Parade Dark. Poppy Parade. See, now I'm asking myself, why did I stamp so much? That means I have to color that much. It's going to take time. Oh, I should have done these a different color. Well, this time they're going to be all red hot chilies. Whoops. Colored outside the line. Poppy Parade lights. Doesn't that look good? I have Roomba came out to visit again. She's supposed to run for 1 hour a day at 10 o'clock in the morning. She doesn't. I think on like Monday, and this is just after having her for a few years now. I think on Monday she's like, hey, I didn't run on Saturday or Sunday, so I have to make up for lost time. So I'm going to come out many times a day. But why is she doing it right now on Wednesday? I don't know. Yeah, I should have had this done in advance. So what colors should I do the tops? Maybe I'll do, remember how when I was coloring the little one, it's like, oh, I should have done that in maybe green or like a different type of pepper. I'll do the tops in 2 different colors of green. Make it a little bit interesting, especially with no words on there. So the greens, how about if I do, because on the front I have parakeet, so I'll do parakeet and maybe a deeper green. How about olive? So the big ones can have olive. Okay. And the little ones can have, it's a really tiny spot. They have parakeet dark for the little ones. Yeah, there's no opportunity for blending. Those are just too tiny. Okay, and then the big ones can be olive. I love you. Olive. The olive one, this looks like the chilies. I want my baby back. Ooh, baby back ribs. Does that sound good? I think anything sounds good after eating that yogurt. Like some real food. Olive and olive. So you know, if I leave the inside blank, it can be for, you spice up my life. It could be for birthday. It could be for Valentine's Day. It could be for Cinco de Mayo. Or anything. Yeah. Okay, that's done. So before I stick this down, yes, I know I stamped on that. So let me get this onto the inside of the card, because I had to put that little zigzag and the little border on, but I have to trim it. So this can just go to the inside. My last few bits of Mango Melody paper. Now this is going to get these pieces. Okay, but before anything, I have to cut the mango just a little bit smaller. Unless I want a whole big bunch of it showing. Then you don't see as much of the peppers. But that looks good. Let's just do that. Okay, so because I didn't cut it, I could use my Stampin' Seal. And I know I'll have to trim that. That's too long. Okay, and then this little bit can get liquid glue. Oh, that one is a little short. I don't think I could pull up Stampin' Seal. But if I put this Poppy Parade piece over right to where it needs to go, it won't be so obvious. Okay, that's looking good. Definitely spicy looking. I should have done an orange, a mango pepper. Okay, so these get trimmed. And this one just a little bit from the poppy. And then this gets put inside. I think that's it. Glue, 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 glue. Glue. It's almost new catalog day. That'll be so fun. Then we can all order anything and everything. Ooh, look at that. Fancy, fancy. That looks good. Okay, so today's project, you spice up my life. And then peppers. Spicy peppers. Okay, thanks. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.